Hello there, welcome back to my channel. So tonight we're going to change the fuel filters in my 2017 Colorado with a 2.8 liter Duramax diesel. So first I'll show you all the supplies and stuff that I'm using to do this project. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to get started. I've got a nice big piece of cardboard. I'm going to slide that under the truck. That'll contain or catch any fuel that spills. So next up, a roll of shop towels. I've got 2 rubber gloves. I have a torque wrench. I've got a 3/8 ratchet. I have a 27mm socket, which happens to be the socket I bought to fit the axle nut on my KTM 450 EXCF. And I have a small funnel, and I have a can of brake and parts cleaner. And then I've got a little work light so I can see what I'm doing under the truck. Last but not least, I have a fuel filter kit. Oh yeah, most important part, a little bucket to catch the fuel that I drain out. This is a crew cab long bed model. This particular model, the fuel filter housing is located below the driver's side rear door, just a little ways back from the front edge of that door. So there it is right there. If you look close here, you can see that there's a lot of dirt and road grime built up around the filters. We want to clean that off using some shop towels and maybe a small brush and some brake cleaner. I've got my truck up on service ramps, which you don't really need to do. I just have it up here because I was doing some other work underneath and I needed extra room. So I've got my piece of cardboard in position. I have my little work light there. I've got my bucket ready to go, and then my funnel. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and get the filter housing cleaned up. First, we're going to go ahead and just wipe this down good with a bundle of shop rags soaked in brake cleaner. And then I'll come back and spray it down again. I also want to get around the little yellow plug, which is the water drain. It also will drain the fuel out of the housing. And I'll take an air hose and blow this out. Got a big long funnel here. Let's try that. Just before you get this loose, try to keep your arms out to the side unless you really enjoy diesel fuel running down off your hand and then down your arm and up your sleeve. The purpose of the funnel is just to kind of contain some of the fuel and keep it from splashing in the bucket and making a mess here on my garage floor. But that is also why I have the little piece of cardboard. Highly recommend wearing gloves because I've watched a whole bunch of videos of people doing this, a lot of which don't wear gloves, and I've had a 2009 6.6 liter Duramax, a 3500 HD truck. Diesel is not something you want on your hands. It's just stinky and it's hard to get the smell off. This will take a minute or so to drain. On the filters that I bought, they are UFI filters, which everything I've read and found online, UFI is the company that manufactures the AC Delco filters. I'll put a link in the description below as far as where I bought those filters at. But that vendor does also sell the AC Delco filters. That holds a lot more fuel than I thought. This is my first time changing these since I bought the truck. And I will echo what a lot of the other people have said in their videos about changing these fuel filters. Just don't cheap out and buy off-brand filters from an auto parts store. Use AC Delco or the UFI filters, which I mentioned earlier. I'll have in a link below. Okay, it looks like we got it. Well, there went my drain plug. And as you can see, these filters are pretty nasty looking. I'm just going to drop that in the bucket for now. This really is a messy project. I would probably recommend putting your drain plug back in place before removing the filters, because as you can see, I've got a dripping mess to contend with. And this filter is equally nasty. This has 2 little tabs that hold it up in place. and I just happened to bump it in the right orientation that I knocked it right out of place. And it doesn't need to be real tight. It feels like it actually bottoms out and then won't turn anymore. If you look close at these UFI filters, and it's going to look identical to the AC Delco filter. It's got a nice, interesting sort of a honeycomb appearance on the pattern of the filter media. We'll kind of poke my finger right around here and get some of that fuel on the end of my finger and then smear it on the O-ring. Do the same thing again. The top of the filter has a hole in it, so when you insert it, you do kind of have to get it lined up. And once that filter threads in and hits the O-ring, then you'll need to get your tool, your ratchet, and tighten it up the rest of the way. One thing I didn't mention in my collection of tools at the beginning is a short extension. I'll just tighten these till they kind of stop. I don't want to go too tight. Then I'll get my torque wrench and torque them down to 15 foot-pounds. And that is all there is to it for the under the truck part. Once you have everything buttoned up under the truck, then you'll cycle the ignition switch several times. That allows the fuel pump to prime the fuel system. Hear the fuel pump running right now. It'll run for about 30 seconds and you'll turn the ignition switch off and then turn it back on. You can hear the sound changing a little bit. And then it makes some really strange noises. Pump shut off, so we'll cycle the switch again. Kind of sounded like some air was purging out right now, and I only had to do it twice and it sounds like it's primed already, because when I turned it back on I just heard a little air purge sound was all. A little bit more of a weird rushing sound, but I didn't hear the pump kick in, so we're going to go ahead and start the truck up. And then we'll crawl underneath and check for fuel leaks. And after you get the fuel system primed, then we'll go ahead and scroll through the menus here. Find the fuel filter life, there it is right there. Hit the check button in the center, and then it reset. The check button is the center one on the right side of the steering wheel. I always write down my mileage when I do any kind of service work and add that to my maintenance log, so we've got 11,401 miles. So that wraps up the project. I'll go ahead and clean up my mess, put all my tools away, and get rid of that stinky bucket of diesel. And don't forget your safety glasses.